everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 759 on this beautiful Thursday evening, where we're going to have the Series 6. We're going to go over 6 different questions from 6 different exams. We're going to have content and technique. Right, Brandy?
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to those kinds of questions.
Thank you.
There,
No, I'm good today.
Are we good?
I think.
I think? All right.
I better be. I'm answering questions.
Maybe should I just save all the energy for that?
No, I'm good. Much better. Much better brain space today.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
It was a fun day.
It was a fun day yesterday. All right, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. We got school happening next week. We got all kinds of stuff happening, all kinds of distractions. The whole swing of fall's coming back, shaking off some of that summer, getting back to the routine of the regular. Especially if you don't, if you have kids and you're a teacher, I guess, right?
Right.
I think that's the people that are mostly affected. Everybody else is like, yeah, whatever, dude. It's Monday.
Just Monday.
It's gonna be Monday in September. It's gonna be Monday in August. It's all the same.
Yeah.
But I feel like even so, it's still got a different vibe when you're in the summertime. You know what I mean? It's just a different vibe.
Do you know what this Sunday is?
What's this Sunday?
First preseason NFL games.
Oh. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll be watching it. It's on my app.
Yeah.
Watching the scores on my app.
Yeah, we are all about football around here.
Yeah, we are.
Just in case you wondered.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you. Let's talk about getting a study session on. Guys, this is the 30 minutes of free study sesh we do every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock. We're doing it for 759 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of passers, but we also have our own program.
Yeah.
And we have our own online course, videos, audios. We got our own live sessions that happen during the day where you get that extra bit that you're missing, that extra technique, that extra question, that extra answer that you've been needing. We have those, plus tutoring, all that great stuff. Orientation explains it all. We have the study guides, SIE 6, 63, 26, and the Series 65, all offered because you know why? I forgot to introduce everybody. My name's Andy, by the way. I am the one that gets to explain all this stuff, but you're not here for my bad explanations and bad poor introductions because I forgot. But you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and that Series 7. And she teaches all this stuff because she's more than qualified. So if you want to jump in on that, scan the QR code, hit the link in the chat, and be sure to join the Kona community, that Discord where you can get connected, get that positive mental attitude, that PMA, get that mental part that you've been missing. Join in, guys. It's free.
It is
just free like this. Why not? Ask questions over there. Free is for me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's great. Not just because it's mine, but it's free because it belongs to everyone.
Yes.
And and so if you got live sessions happening tomorrow, guys, we've made a change. We're sleeping on it. But we only have the 63 live tomorrow. But we did move the small groups also tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So right before the 63, we actually have small group tutoring for SIE. So if you're in that $100 tier and you're registered, be sure to be there. Use the August code. And then right after that, we do the 63, which is going to be Your Question Friday for the 63ers. And that's going to be your new time at 8 a.m. in Hawaii. Prayers for Hawaii, by the way, and Maui. We got to talk to Winnie last night, and she was giving us the breakdown over in Hawaii. She lives on the Big Island, and guys, what a disaster upon disaster. Definitely they need our prayers. So if you're a praying type, pray for everybody over there in Maui and Hawaii. It's not something they're used to.
No.
Not that it's a good thing to be used to wildfires, but it's different when you're trapped on an island.
Yeah.
It's different when you only have one road that goes all the way around. And if everybody's on that road, doesn't leave a lot of options. So definitely need to pray for them.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know where they're going to be going. So yes. So we have a lot of students over there. We named our business after Kona.
Did you know, I didn't know this, and I don't mean to bring the party down, but the Paradise, the fire that was up north in California.
Yeah, that is a downer.
19,000 homes and buildings were destroyed in that fire.
Yeah, the whole town disappeared.
The whole town, I didn't even know that, and this is that same nature. So lots of prayers for Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, they lost hospitals in Maui.
Yeah.
They lost dialysis centers.
Yes.
Like, that's some serious stuff. So make sure to pray for everybody over there. 11 a.m. Pacific. Why did I get on that? 8 a.m. in Hawaii, 11 a.m. Pacific, 63 years. 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. in the East. You never know where those thoughts and hearts come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, shoot, Hawaii. I need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Can't talk enough about Hawaii.
No.
So yes, there you go. You
Yep.
ready?
Yeah.
We're not going to have SIE recording. I know it says it on there, but we don't have that on there.
Oh, oops. Sorry, my bad. No, we're not doing that because last thing before school starts, and that's orientation, which just happens to be at that time.
Yeah. So yeah.
Next week, I don't think there's any changes.
Yes, please.
Knock on wood.
No kidding. Until there's some back to school thing.
Ugh.
I don't know why school costs more as we get like into the year. I swear.
Okay, anyways. Ready? You can go on and on about that one.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Let's hang out after the brew. You'll hear my rant. Series 6, SIE. SIE Series 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7. We're going to have some content. We're going to have some techniques. But the main thing is we're going to teach you a little something about something, and we're going to go through these questions. One thing that we were meetings with some people, and they were like, I'm not totally doing what you're doing because I do the techniques and I don't get the best results. I mean, I'm going to say this, and I said it before and I say it again. Guys, any skill set and every skill set isn't going to have the best results on the first, I don't know, few thousand times you probably try it, a few hundred times. It doesn't matter. There's no timeline on it. That's the thing about skills. It takes time to develop and really master. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a skill. Does that make sense? It's one of those things that you have to just really submit and commit to a process to develop a skill set, and then it comes along slowly. And it does. And when it does, you become a master at it, and then you have an advantage over other people who have no skill.
Right.
Does that make sense? And that's why we teach them to you. And like, I'm not telling you to abandon them, but there's one thing I want to say. If you're getting great scores without techniques,
keep doing what you're doing.
If you keep getting pass notices without techniques, keep doing it. Keep winning.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who tells people to change. No, you're winning. No, I want you to do what I'm doing just for the sake of doing what I do. No, you do until it doesn't work.
Exactly.
And then if you do have a winning way of approaching this stuff, use the techniques to help you bail you out on things on the exam in case you do have issues.
Yeah, as like a backup.
As a backup. It's always that good to have a couple other quivers in the old bag. You know what I mean? You always want to make sure you got plenty of ammunition there if you are in a fight, right? You always want to have enough in your arsenal to get in there.
Yes, an extra screwdriver in your toolbox.
We want to make sure we have an extra mascara in the old makeup bag.
Yes, you never know, ladies, when that mascara runs out. It's like mid-eye.
Well, since you're going to go with the tools in the tool bag, I'll go with the makeup bag. All I'm saying is it's always good to have a lot of that stuff going for you to help you out just in case.
Yes,
just in case.
You
never know.
Exactly.
So we're going to go through these questions. We're going to approach it the only way we do it, and which is reading the answers first. And even if you're really good at doing it with the questions, guys, I'm going to say this. If you on these exams, these questions are not worded like what you see in these Q-Banks.
Nope.
They're a much wordier. Sometimes they're a little bit more confusing. Reading the answers first will help you read the question with intent. It'll stop you from reading over and over and over again. You'll have a better idea, a better navigation on how to get through it and how to get that answer that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So adopt the idea of reading the answers first, even if it doesn't make sense to you, even if it makes you uncomfortable. The best things learned are ones you are uncomfortable with at first.
Yes.
That's how it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through that. We're going to read the answers first, pay attention to the techniques, what Brandy's doing, start adopting it, and start practicing. Let's just do it, Brandy.
Let's go. What? All right.
You said tools in a tool bag.
I did. It's a toolbox. Yeah. All right. Make sure you have that power drill. Okay.
I couldn't think of anything better than mascara.
It's fine. You should always have a backup mascara.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So I got invest 100%. Okay, look, if you guys read down, they're all the same. So really the only thing different is right there.
Right. Because
right?
we all got to invest 100. We got it.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna go with keywords a little bit on this one, right? When I say equities, I
Ooh.
think growth.
And I think stock.
Yes. Ooh, yes, stock. Okay. CDs, this is something that a bank will do, right? Short and intermediate government bonds, low risk and income. Now you know this is the 65 when you're talking about
Laddering.
right? Ladderings. But if you guys notice, I'm sorry, you guys can't see that right there. It says 5-year.
When I think of laddering, I don't know anything about this whole thing
Mm-hmm.
concept of laddering. Is basically I got 5 years and I'm just taking a few different strategies to get me through to 5 years. Is that it?
Yes, let's go with it.
Okay.
Let's go with it, right? And I just imagine, I don't know, a ladder.
Yeah, like a step to get me to my goal and that I need to meet in 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. And like what Diana put in the chat, that says a 1, that says a 5.
Beautiful.
I bet you that's a huge hint.
Well, yeah, because hey, we say this all the time. If you have two answers that are pretty similar,
Mm-hmm.
and they're similar in the fact that they both have a year in it,
Mm-hmm.
one of those is going to be the answer.
I think so. So let's read. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've got Lilia. Somebody inherited some money that she would like to put towards her child's college education. If that child is planning to enroll at a university in a year, which of the following would be the best investment strategy? Okay. I'm going to hit 2 key things in this conversation. At first, you would think, oh, well, she's going to start school in a year, 1-year CD. But Andy said something important and
I did?
he didn't even know it.
I didn't know.
How long are you typically in school?
Well, they say a 4-year university, but let's be honest, most of us took 5.
Right. But even then, even if it was a 4-year, she's still not going for another year. To me, that's 5 years. Now, the other thing is that Andy said, and again, guys, we didn't plan this. He didn't see these questions.
I don't look at this. No.
Okay. So there's the first hint, right? And it's a good match. The other thing he didn't know was that he said the words strategy to hit my goal over the next 5 years.
I did say that.
He used the word strategy. What was the question? What is the best strategy? It's the only one that has a strategy in it. Equities, CD, government bonds, laddered bonds with varying maturities.
And I honestly don't know anything about laddering.
No, he doesn't.
I know zero things. You don't ask me anything other than what I'm observing in the answer right there, and just taking common sense. I have a hill, or I have a peak I need to get up to. I have a ladder that's going to help me step up to that.
Guys, he just was looking at the words. That's it.
Just looking at the words. That's it. No content. So when people tell me, "Oh, I need to learn the content. I need to really understand why,"
nah,
you really don't. If you just pay attention to what the words are just saying to you.
Pay attention to the words. Pay attention to the words. All right. I got at 4 p.m. Eastern time, at 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time. I got at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I got at the specific time or times during the day that the board of directors of the investment company sets. You guys know our rule about numbers?
What's the number of rules?
We've noticed that the numbers are usually not correct. So it's like the accept question, maybe the not true.
Yeah. So D is the accept probably.
So this one is not only a long, but it's the only one that has no number.
Right. So I'm looking for probably an accept, something that stands out.
Something that stands out. The question says the net asset value of an open-end mutual fund is always calculated. I don't know. How about at the time that the board of directors sets?
Isn't it 9:30 a.m.? No. Who knows?
Who knows? It's whenever they set. If they want to check it at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, it's totally up to their thing. They could. Because why? The board of directors.
So out of content and just going technique, because I'm just like, I'm lame like that. I missed this. I fell asleep. I was reading with I did the opposite of what Andy says. I study at night in my bed with my pajamas on. I barely paid attention. The iPad knocked me out. I didn't get this part. I didn't see anything. So now I got to rely on my techniques.
Yeah.
What do we always say? Always is a Mona.
Right.
It's in the except. It's the untrue. It's the whatever. It's the difference. It's the one that you're going to look for in the answers that it's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. D's different.
D is
That's
different.
why I'm picking it.
It was long, and it was the only answer choice that didn't have a number. There you go.
So,
and then logic tells me, yeah, man, it's the board of directors that set this stuff. And I'm not even talking about the NAV. I'm talking about just the board of directors set things. Right? It's up to them.
if you don't know, now you know.
If you ever wanted to know what a board of director does, it sets things.
I like quoting Biggie.
Yeah, I can tell. All right. Ooh, look at this. This one has a number in it. Now, I said usually. I did say usually. All right. So I have a 6-month promissory note issued in denominations of 100,000, rated at AA2 by Moody's. I don't know. I'm just looking at the word note and the money. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe I'm going to note that it said 6 months.
And it's the longest answer.
It is the longest answer. A variable annuity issued by an insurance company. A bond guaranteed by France.
Ooh, a different country.
And a stock issued by a federal credit union. Guys, if you're studying for the 63, there is one of these answer choices that should be standing out, because this is definitely one that's different and it's very 63 related. And if you were in class or watched the replay on Monday,
Croft.
you know this answer.
Jason Croft.
You'll know the pattern. The pattern
is
that this is short term.
Yes.
This, well, I'm going to skip the variable annuity because we don't talk about much in the 63. The bond guaranteed by France. Man, do I feel like Brandy calls these like super exempts or something? The government bond, like a foreign government bond. Maybe that's that super exempt thing. And then a bond by a credit union, which is a bank, BTS. Oh, we talked about that in the live session, right? BTS. That's a BTS. So really the only thing that kind of stands out is the fact that B, we don't talk about much.
We don't talk about variable.
We don't talk about it.
Doesn't go.
No, it doesn't. Which of the following are not exempt from state registration as securities? I don't know, guys. I'm going with the one I don't talk about very often.
That doesn't seem like a good enough reason, Brandy. Like, I need to know the content behind it.
No.
Let's study this for another 5 days.
A short-term note, a bond by another government, a bank stock. Guys, we talk about these at length in the 63. We talk about them at length in the 63. There's a whole chapter dedicated to the stuff. But the one thing we don't talk about very often is variable annuities. Why? Because they're registered at the federal level.
There you go. Not state level.
Right.
And if you don't know that difference, now you know.
Exactly. But I wanted to tie in a technique with a keyword.
Variable annuity?
Just the simple fact we don't talk about them on the 63.
Registered at the
federal level.
And that's why they're not talked on the 63, because 63 is a state exam.
Oh.
There you go.
A, each of the other choices is incorrect.
Everybody else is wrong. This one is right.
I am correct, and you are not correct.
I am correct because they're incorrect.
Doesn't that make sense? In any answer set, that one is correct and the other answers are not correct.
But this one's boldly saying it.
Considered to be issued shares. Used in the calculation to determine a company's market cap, or considered to be outstanding shares.
Diana says B and D are opposite.
B and D are opposite. Because look at considered to be, considered to be. Very good.
And outstanding doesn't mean owed. I heard that today. Or is it?
Not meaning owed.
Because I heard outstanding, we always go, oh, that's like an outstanding debt. And we don't need to associate that. What do we associate outstanding with?
That these are owned shares.
They're actually owned.
They're owned. I know. All right.
It's a weird thing. It's just one of those things you got to get past.
Treasury shares are.
Treasury shares are. I wish I would have been studying more.
Can I say that they're not outstanding because they're treasury?
It is.
Can I say when we talk about market cap, how often do we talk about treasury shares? Not very, but we talk
No.
about market cap a lot.
Right.
If I already crossed off D, I'm going to say the answer is B.
But the other one's not it said that everything was incorrect, so that's not the thing.
No. I don't even know.
Correct, they're wrong.
I guess this would be none of the above, huh?
Yes.
I'm like, what is this? None of the above.
But that's not true.
But it's not true. It's not true. Guys, they're issued. Treasury.
One of the best reasons is the fact that you had two opposites. It's going to be one of the two. 90% of the time, no matter what, it's going to be the one of the two.
Exactly. That was a series 7, by the way. Shows up on all the other exams. I know some people are like, oh, I didn't need to know that. No, it shows up.
No, you're going to need to know that.
All right. Repurchase agreements. Isn't that funny? None of the below. That's funny. B and D are opposite again. Okay, so repurchase agreements. Could they be like, can I say that these two are opposite only because these are 2 words? And these are 1 word?
I'd say similar more than opposite.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They're similar in the fact that they have 1 word and the other one's similar to that 2.
Oh, look at that. Rights are short. Warrants are long. Is that because a warrant is a longer word?
Yes.
It is a longer word.
That's how I remember it.
It absolutely. Let's see if we can get to the...
Randy told me that.
Let's see if using the fact that A and C are 2 words, B and D are 1 word, one's short, one's long. Let's see if we can get to the answer.
Bum, bum, bum. I'll be danged.
Which of the following is not short term? The long word.
Ain't that a humdinger of a way to get that answer?
Guys, that's a key word. Even if you don't know why, even if you don't understand why, it's the way you remembered it. Rights and warrants are always taught together. Fun fact, we're talking about that in the SIE next week. Rights and warrants are always talked about together. How do you remember the difference between the two? One is a shorter word. The other one's a longer word.
So how's one way not to go short? Go long. Just simple common sense, right?
Jenna, you're absolutely right that warrants are sweeteners. She put sweet in the chat. Sweet. Because why? Because it's like Warrant's song, Cherry Pie.
There.
Just saying. I didn't come up with that one. Somebody else did.
Oh my goodness.
But I stole it. I mean, I borrowed it. I asked permission.
I'll play the song afterwards.
Feels too good to be right, but it's right.
It's true. And then, sometimes some people, we just heard from some people, they're like, dude, I feel guilty that the fact that I keep getting right based on techniques and I don't know why.
Let it go, man. Have fun with it. That's what I say. Have fun. All right. I got numbers. Test taking magic. This is the biggest. D is the largest. 1 is the shortest. And I don't know why, guys. I have always thought, like, since the day of counting money, because guys, I'm Gen X, and my, it was always a good, cool thing that, you put all your change in the big old ginormous Coke bottle or the 5-gallon bottle of water that you weren't supposed to keep. Right. And then it was like, let's count out quarters. So for my brain, I always see 4 quarters, right? 25, 25, 25, 25. That makes a whole $1.
I see what you're doing there.
Right. That makes a whole $1. So 4 quarters make $1. Why is it also called quarters? Because it's a quarter of $1.
There you go.
Right. So then I see that and I go, okay, well, look, check it out. There's a 4, there's a 25, there's my quarters. There's 4 of them. There's $1. I know, guys, look, I get so bored when I was studying. I get so bored at looking at these things.
If I have 525 or 425s, what do I have? 100.
See, guys, I get so bored. I got so bored looking at things that I was like, I'm making up stuff in my head. Let's look at the question. I don't know about you guys, but I see 100 and I see 25. What's the only other number that goes with that pattern?
4.
That's right. The only other number that goes with that pattern is that.
But but that was too easy.
Oh, wait, let me read it. Gina owns a share of convertible preferred stock with a par value of
Wait, let's talk
$100.
about what preferred stock is. Let's talk about what common stock is. Oh my gosh, let's spend 20 minutes on this question, thinking about all the stuff that's content instead of like just going for the easy one with the 4 and just making it right and walking off.
Yeah, because there's 4 quarters to a dollar. Literally, is that securities related? No, man, it's just from counting change.
I'm going to borrow what I heard somebody the other day.
Hmm.
Guys, do the techniques. If it works out, and you could see that correlation right there, 2,500, and you just see 4 quarters to make it, $100. I said it without even seeing the question.
Mm-hmm.
Get the answer right.
Yeah, just go with it.
Be coachable, not chokeable.
That is like my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love that one. That's my favorite.
Don't have guilt. Have no shame in your game walking out like George Jefferson because you got your pass notice and they don't know why you're walking out that way because you didn't know most of the questions on there. You just got them all right because they're all techniques.
As long as you didn't cheat, who cares?
Hey, that's just how you do.
That is how you roll.
Guys, no one's going to stop you at the door and say, Tim, go back there and show me your work for answers 24, 28, 50, 49. I didn't see any of your work for that. I don't think this pass notice is legit. Nobody says that.
No.
They just let you walk out like George Jefferson and you're just happy and you're taking that picture with that pass notice and you're out the door on to the next. That's it. It's too late. They already gave you the pass. It's done. It's done.
It's done, son.
Technique it, man. Don't overthink it.
Technique it out.
That's my next shirt.
When stuck, technique it out.
I was gonna say don't think it, just technique it.
I like it.
Don't overthink it. All right, we could do this all night. All right, we got live sessions happening for tomorrow. We got that small group tutoring. Please note, we will be back for Evening Espresso on Sunday.
Yes.
Regular times and schedule next week for all the members and for the free.
Yep.
But until then, guys, be sure to be consistent all weekend long. Like Lionel Richie says, all night long. Make sure to get them study sessions in. Make it happen. I don't know how many more 80s references I can make.
I know.
Before we end this thing.
I love it.
But stay consistent. Get after it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Just make it happen. Right?
Yeah.
I was going to throw another one in, but I won't. Stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. Prayers for Hawaii. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Don't forget to practice the techniques in your quizzes throughout the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.